A Florida derby on the 4th of July as FC Naples welcomes its I-75 neighbors to the north, Tampa Bay Rowdies, as the soccer landscape not just expands in America, but also in Florida. Welcome to FC Naples in southern Florida. This now means I have touched 3 of the 4 corners of the United States this year, the continental 48, after going to San Diego in March and Portland, Maine in May. Now it is July 4th. Happy Independence Day, by the way, to you, especially you veterans here as well. And I'll be hitting the 4th corner, Seattle, next month. But in the meantime, we have ourselves an interstate matchup here made only possible by the Jagermeister Cup. That is because USL League One's FC Naples is taking on the USL Championship's Tampa Bay Rowdies. These 2 clubs are separated by just a little over 2 hours down I-75. It's a super easy drive between these cities. And it's an interesting matchup, not just for the fact that they're in 2 different divisions and that they're both in the state of Florida, very close to each other. But Naples has had a great start to its year in League One. The Rowdies have not. Naples will bring them up in the standings right here. They're currently 4th in League One right now, although they've not had a great run the last couple of games here. They've kind of fallen back to earth a little bit. And then on the flip side of that, the Rowdies have had a bad start in the championship, but they have climbed themselves out of the cellar, and now they are in 11th and playing a little better of late. So we'll see if the momentum continues for the Rowdies or if FC Naples can turn their season around. And by the way, this ground here that Naples play in, really nice here. So this is the main grandstand. They just now opened the gates, so no one's in here quite yet, but there will be fans here shortly. I'm gonna introduce you to some FC Naples fans here as well. But then if you just take a look around here, really beautiful looking ground. I mean, it's Florida, so it better be beautiful, but yeah, very nice setup they have here in Naples. Another very open ground, like Union Omaha I've been to, Ford Madison I've been to, and Portland, Maine I've been to for Hearts of Pine. And all of them have very open grounds. And what I would give, and this is not a knock on any of them, what I would give for a proper English enclosed ground, if nothing else, because you see this big thing light up here, it's called the sun, and it's warm, and it'd be nice to have a little bit of shelter here, but again, it's America, you just kind of, you work with what you got here, and I know this was kind of an existing ground. So anyway, let's go and introduce you to La Barra, the supporters for FC Naples, and get a feeling on how they're feeling heading into this one. Plot twist. No, wow. That's not a Messi. That's a Micah. It never takes long to spot Messi, especially in this part of Florida. I'm surprised I haven't seen more, honestly. All right, early Scran review at the tailgate here before the game. This is La Barra 239's tailgate here. This is Argentine sausage. I donated some beers. They gave me a sausage. Good deal, right? Let's give this a taste. First things first, it's very hot. It is literally fresh off the grill. Second of all, very good. A little spicy, but very tasty. Very tasty. Highly recommend. Go down to Naples, go to the tailgate, get yourself some sausage. This is really good. All right, they're getting hyped here before the game in Naples, La Barra 239. And I have one of the members right here, a member of my Soccer Zombie Discord as well, Mr. Ryan Apollos. And Ryan, very good vibes here. It's an expansion club. What's it been like this season supporting Naples in their very first year?
It's been pretty fun with the fact that we finally have a club down here that we can actually support. It's not like we have to drive across the alley or drive up to Orlando or Tampa or anything like that. And just even if like a team from Europe comes over for a friendly or anything like that. So we finally got our team in our own backyard.
And not only is it a team in your own backyard, but it's a good team in your own backyard. You come into this one 4th in all of League One. Tell me how your season's gone so far.
Yeah, we kind of ran into a bit of a rough patch. I've kind of like rationalized it as like the schedule kind of like catching up to us, because the start of the season we had a bunch of home games like bunched up together, and then now over the past like month or two we've kind of had more road games. So kind of want to say like the travel's kind of catching up to them a bit, so that's causing some issues with their performance.
Definitely. And now you got Tampa Bay Rowdies, who we were talking before. You've already played. You played them in the Open Cup, and you were penalty kicks away from beating them. So how do you feel about this one? Because I know they're having a pretty nightmarish start to the season.
Yeah, it's kind of an up in the air kind of game for us, because we've been kind of dipped in form, and I think the Rowdies have started to pick it up a little bit, but it's kind of like we're kind of crossing paths at the same time, and like kind of a similar area of our season now where we're both kind of like, what next?
Yeah, exactly. And speaking of what next, I mean, more Florida clubs are going pro, and they're going into the USL. Like I just covered Sarasota Paradise a couple nights ago. They're going pro next year. How cool is it that you have this ecosystem in Florida of professional soccer clubs that just seems to be popping up left and right?
Oh yeah, it's definitely going to help a lot. Like we already played Sarasota in the Open Cup, and that was a crazy game where it literally came down to the last 10 minutes where we scored, they scored, and then we scored in stoppage time to win the game. And even the Sarasota goalkeeper and us were going back and forth at the end of the game too. It's so that's going to be an interesting rivalry right off the bat already. And Fort Lauderdale obviously coming in as well with their own men's team.
Yep, and then now you got the Rowdies tonight, made possible by the Jagermeister Cup this time around. So scoring prediction, what do you got tonight?
Probably guessing. If I had to guess, it'd probably be either a 2-1 or a 2-2 kind of game. It'll probably come down to the very end.
Down to the very end. Well, I can see that as well. So, all right, best of luck to Naples tonight, man.
No problem.
Yep. Definitely looks like the bus showed up for Ralph's Bob as they're starting to trickle this way. Some of them over there still. So Argentine sausage, a lot of Latinos here as well. You may have noticed that there is a bit of a South American influence with La Barra 239 here. That's because there is a good amount of South Americans in this part of Florida, but also Andres Cantor, yes, that Andres Cantor, the one that gave us the long goal celebration, is an owner of FC Naples. So it kind of is all about capturing the spirit of this community here. A lot of the drumline are Latino, and it just has a very Latino feel to it. So we're going to march in with them in just a little bit here, but first, let me see if I can find some Rowdy supporters that want to talk about how their season's going and how they feel about this Naples game today. Two hats, one fan. James with RBLR Sports, Tampa Bay Rowdies fan, obviously. And first things first, this is, I believe, your second matchup with Naples. Your thoughts on Naples as a club and how they've started out, their tenure?
Yeah, I think that we were just saying, talking about Naples, obviously, and I think that the Naples fan base is legitimately very good. I don't know what the Naples ownership group did to create the background that they have here, but they have a very good fan base already built up, and the way that they show out is very, I'm assuming that there's a pretty healthy South American population around the area, yes. And obviously they have tapped into that. They have a lot of the Barra Bravas kind of deal. They have the long streamers that go from the back of the stands to the front of the stands, and they have people chanting and doing the Argentine hand thing, and yep. All of it kind of comes together. They did a really good job of bringing that into one thing. Like, I will say, a lot of clubs around the country, probably struggle to activate, if that's the right word, probably isn't, but activate the Hispanic American fan bases that they have access to, because a lot of them do come with prior clubs. If you're Argentinian, your family has a club. If you're Mexican, your family has a club. I don't want to give Naples anything as a Florida rival, but
Fair.
I have to give them this. They have done a very good job of organizing the potential fan base into a real fan base that comes to games, shows out, and shows up really well.
And as a Rowdies supporter, this is another club that is close by, that is professional, right down I-75, about 2 hours away. How cool is it to see the rise of soccer in Florida? Because you got Naples this year, you got Sarasota next year. I mean, and you're there in Tampa, the old graybeards, of the league. So, how cool is it seeing all these clubs pop up around you?
Personally, I think that there are a lot of places around, let's say, the country that will lay claim to being the soccer home of America. St. Louis has said that. I think Seattle has said that. Obviously, Southern California has said that. I think a lot of those places are doing relatively well in moments. You see clubs come and go, though, and that's the problem. And recently, Florida has done a very good job of bringing clubs in and keeping them around, too. Yeah. Sarasota Paradise at this point are scheduled to become professional next year. Fort Lauderdale United will join them, and that'll be 3 teams just in South Florida, all playing in USL League One. You have the Rowdies, and ultimately there will be a Jacksonville team in USL Championship, so that's another 2. And of course, Orlando and Inter Miami, if you want to count the MLS, which I'm sure some people do. But point is, I really think that they're doing a lot of actual building of soccer communities and fan bases. And even more than that, I have the Sun gear on.
Yes,
they're doing a lot of women's soccer too. It's not just on the men's side. And at this point, you can't just have it on the men's side either. I grew up with 2 sisters. They played soccer just like I did. I mean, you can't just ignore whatever the percentage of the population is here. So I think that Naples might not have a women's team. They will probably be looking to do something like that in the future because everybody else is at the moment. It's legitimately a very good time in Florida specifically to build up soccer and build up fan bases. And I don't know how much cross-pollination there is between the clubs, but they are all doing really well, as far as I can see, in terms of making organized fan bases come together to support a club.
Been kind of a rough start for the Rowdies this year. I know you were really bad out the gate. You've been playing a little bit better as of late. So what's gone wrong for the Rowdies so far?
Yeah, so far, unfortunately, it has been a year of transition, I think. And part of that, obviously, we lost our longtime coach, Neil Collins, the year prior. And so we had a couple of interim managers until Robbie Nielsen came in. He took over for 2024. I don't know how long into 2025 the ownership decided that they were going to pull the plug, but it was right before our home game that it actually did happen. And since then, our interim manager, Steve Coleman, he took over as maybe a month or 2 after coming in as an assistant. So, that's a difficult situation to deal with. Yeah. And we have a lot of Rowdies players who have been either Rowdies players for a long time or Rowdies players in the past. So they're people who came back, and they might have been used to a system that was already in place before Robbie Nielsen or before Steve Coleman, in all honesty. Yeah. So they have to get used to a new system, and then recently we've actually reverted to a system that I think more of the players are just used to. More of the players grew up in when they were in green and gold colors, and I think that they're doing a little bit better with that. But yeah, it's been a learning curve honestly for a lot of individual people. That's coaching staff as well, and players, you'll never stop learning. As a player. You'll always remember, I need to do that in this situation. I need to do this in that situation. But that's been most of 2025 for us so far.
All right, so I guess tricky question then. Scoring prediction.
So I went for our own podcast. I went with a scoring prediction, and I did this based off of my very first instinct. It's going to sound possibly a little crazy considering the circumstances. This was the first thing I thought of, and I said 3-0 win to the Rowdies.
Okay, gotcha. Well,
that's what I'm going with.
Today, man. Well, this is a bit sad. 4th of July, no fireworks or drone show after the game this year, although I understand there's a city dump nearby, and that's why there's no fireworks. Understandable. They don't want to start a, garbage fire. Spotted a rowdy in the wild. That was Tom from the St. Pete's Social Club. He is, I guess, doing a one-man march into the stadium. supporters group here, very Argentine influenced, loud, proud, and in big number as well. And really, for this level, this is League One. Like, I've seen great support at Omaha, Madison, and Portland. This almost rivals Rhode Island FC, what I saw from their home opener. This is impressive. A lot of patriotism being shown in the stands today. It is America's holiday after all. A lot of woo, never walk alone. But then you got a lot of just American flags, you know, a lot of that sort of thing. Yep.
FC Naples has
Not a bad turnout for a holiday where I think a lot of people are out of town or just got other things on their mind besides soccer. The Mob of Ralph, also known as the Tampa Bay Rowdies Ralph's Mob, the supporters group for Tampa, banished to the corner of the stadium as away supporters often are. I'm sure we'll hear more from them as the game goes on. Again, not a bad turnout tonight at all, honestly. And a pretty good weather night, too. It's starting to cool down a little bit.
and the home of the great.
Naples fans are hyped. Across the field, Rowdies fans are rowdy. Let's play some soccer in South Florida. And we are underway. No, we're not. False start.
Bruh.
Who jumped early? Now we're underway. FC Naples versus Tampa Bay Rowdies in a Florida derby that can only happen through the Jagermeister Cup. We have a Rowdies balloon on the field. I repeat, we have a Rowdies colored balloon on the field, but it looks like it is escorting itself off and not impeding play at the moment. Oh, hey! And the kid has a balloon now. Now he's going to do some techers with it. Good box out. Ooh, just wide. It's a rainbow. We are being greeted with a rainbow here at FC Naples. Hasn't actually rained here since I've been here, but I know there is some showers in the area. So we get the blessing of a rainbow for this game. How neat. There's a lot going on in this sky right here. You got the rainbow there, you got ominous looking clouds, you got tall clouds up there, and then way up there, you got the moon. Luckily, this is all southeast of us, so it's not going to impact the game at all, but just interesting to look at.
Let's go, Naples! Let's go, Naples!
Ooh, just a little high. 20th minutes now, and that was one of FC Naples' really first good cracks at goal here. Kind of a slow affair starting off. Neither team really off to a flyer at this point. Kind of a cagey affair. Yeah, is that going to be a card? Yes, of the yellow variety. Bit of a tactical foul there to stop a counter. Not the worst yellow to take, but the first yellow of the game. Okay, he got the yellow card right. Ooh. So in addition to having a bona fide member of my Soccer Zombie Discord interviewing before the game, that guy there also recognized me too. Deeply flattering when I go around and people recognize me from literally all corners of the country so far. I had someone recognize me in San Diego, Portland, and now here. It's really, thank you guys, as hydration breaks over.
Oh, Naples is up 1-0. No. Offside. Really hope that's not the only FC Naples goal I see this game. I'm ready for more, and I think these fans are ready for more as well. And I think you are too. Also, one reason I really like this coast of Florida, not just because I was born on it in Tampa, you also get some really good sunsets on this side of Florida. West Coast is the best coast. No arguments taken.
Let's go, Naples! Let's go, Naples!
Oh, good step in. Really good defensive play there. Oh, that's a good looking ball. And the Rowdies go up. That was nicely set up. Good passing, especially when they got into the box. Good composure, set it right up for them. Labarra trying to drown out the Rowdies supporters. Ended up being a really nice night as the Naples players being taken off for injury. A lot of that tonight. A lot of players getting banged up tonight and stopping play. Good crowd though, and again, pretty beautiful night, all things considered. And that is that. The Rowdies supporters are the happier ones at the moment. 1-0 Rowdies at half. The Rowdies chance was really like the only real beautiful chance besides the Naples goal that was called back. But let's go and see what Naples has to offer when it comes to the merch game. So the jerseys here are actually just $79, and I kind of like this white one. I think it's really fresh, and the blue goes well with it. I like it. I think I'm gonna grab it. Believe it or not, this is only number 2 for the Messi watch. A lot of more Naples jerseys here than Messi jerseys. Salute to Naples supporters. Oh, spoke too soon. I literally turned around. Number 3. They're starting to populate. Got some fun drinks here, and nothing too out of hand price-wise. They put a soccer mural in a men's room. I'm confused. Second half back underway here in Naples. Oh, Labarra still sounds really solid over here, to be fair. Hey, we do have fireworks tonight. It's just far off in the distance. Oh, it went in, but called off. It does feel that whenever Naples does get a chance at goal, they get snake bitten some way or another. One of those nights so far for Naples. Really, they've been in this one. It's just the scoreboard doesn't have anything to reward them yet. Very happy Rowdies supporters right now, and rightfully so. 2-0. Naples again, just snake bitten. They've given up 2 goals via just really good play in the box by the Rowdies. Honestly, could make the argument that Naples could have defended a little bit better. But then again, you can also make the argument that if it weren't for a couple of ref calls, this game would be tied 2-2 right now. So still a lot of time left here. About a half hour plus left to go. So it's time for Naples to claw back into this one. Oh, going ahead to make a stop. Nope, goal kick. He didn't make a stop. He just missed. A very quiet La Barra right now, as the Rouse mob is pointing out. All right, heading back over to the other side of the field as Naples, I think, is going to be really trying to press to equalize here. One thing to remember is that Naples is punching above their weight here a little bit. They put on a very respectable effort so far, but to be fair, the Rowdies' 2 goals that they converted on were the best 2 opportunities of this game for any club, really. Oh, it's been a while since Naples had a good chance, but La Barra's still drumming away, trying to keep the energy going here in the 81st. Naples players giving some dap to the supporters. And the post-game applause by the players, a tradition you love to see. Yeah, bummer night for Naples, but really, as a neutral, I really enjoyed my time here. It's a nice stadium, the La Barra, very strong supporters group, especially for this level. And I love the unique South American kind of a twist that they have to it, of course, reflecting their community, which is awesome. It's awesome to hear. I love seeing clubs like this take root, and another example of how this is in a kind of a remote part of Florida. It's in the far southwestern corner, and yet they still find a way to make professional soccer work here. And I get a feeling there's going to be more Naples and Portland, Maines, and other stories like that coming in years to come. Good to see you, man. Yep. Oh. One more for the road, one more Messi for the road. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to follow the instructions on the bottom of your screen. And if you are a Zombie Ultra, thank you for helping me get to this game and all the others. Again, I've touched 3 of the 4 corners of professional soccer in the Continental 48. I'll hit the 4th one next month. And thank you to the supporter section, the 99-cent supporter section. Just a few coins in the old tin can really goes a long way. So thank you so much for your support. This is your Soccer Zombie, Tom Franklin here, and this was not my first Rowdies game that I have ever covered. I covered them last year at Al Lang Stadium when they took on Loudoun United. Had my friend Rob Zip with me, and we had a good time at an old baseball stadium that I actually liked. So you can check that out right up here and see why I liked it, and why you should check out a Rowdies game at some point. It's pretty neat. And you don't have to get rowdy, but it's encouraged.